Welcome to this week's webisode of The Better Half. I most certainly am not Kendra D. St. Aubin, who is traveling. This is Katie Hartley, but you've been kind enough to give me the invitation to fill in this week, and I appreciate it.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Where do we dive in this week, Katie?
Well, let's start with the NBA playoffs. They have commenced, and in my opinion, it's good versus evil. The Miami Heat versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder, of course, taking game one. A lot of people saying it's Kevin Durant versus LeBron James. What do you think?
I kind of agree with the good versus evil theme. I really do, and the country backs me up. ESPN Sports Nation did a poll where they asked America who they were rooting for. 48 of the 50 states said they were going for the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is not exactly a real popular place. I mean, it's a podunk little market in the middle of the country, but you see in the corners, Florida, of course, with Miami, and the bitter Seattle Supersonics fans who are still holding a grudge against Clay Bennett.
Right, and not surprising to find out that most people are rooting for the Thunder, myself included. I gotta say, I love watching the Heat lose. And I'm not really invested in either one of the teams, but I do have to say I hate LeBron James and I like Kevin Durant. I mean, what is not to like about those little scrawny legs?
He does make me feel good about my muscle tone, I will say that. It's funny that you say that, though, because I think if Miami was playing any other team, the results would be the same in that poll because LeBron James is so disliked nationally. And when you think about it more, and I'm in that camp, I'm not a LeBron fan, but his transgression was he chose to leave in free agency. He did it in a really classless way, but I think other athletes have had much deeper, more serious transgressions. Tiger Woods, Ray Lewis, Kobe Bryant.
Right.
If you win championships, people start to forget about those things. So I think it will be a turnaround for LeBron quicker than those athletes because, let's face it, what he did wasn't really that bad. It was just classless.
Right, and the Heat have a lot to prove, and the Thunder, not so much. I think they're just happy to be in the playoffs. Moving on to our next story from this past weekend was the boxing match from Saturday night. Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao. Twitter blowing up about this story. Timothy Bradley getting the win. Now, do you think boxing is rigged, or do you even care?
Well, that seems to be the scuttlebutt coming from this decision, is that really, really fishy decision was handed out. A split decision win for Bradley. Pacquiao was ahead on most of the people ringside on their unofficial cards. I'd love to say that it's rigged, but I haven't seen the fight yet. I have to wait a week because of the paper. I'm not going to pay $60 to see it, so I'll wait and I'll watch it this weekend. It's not exactly what boxing needed. The WBO is going to come in now and review this fight. It's another, pardon the pun, black eye on the sport of boxing that they just don't need.
Right, and I didn't watch the fight either, but I did see the numbers on paper, and it seems to be that Pacquiao was the clear winner, at least as far as the numbers go. You know, I have kind of a different twist on this. Manny Pacquiao has, he's had some personal struggles in the last couple of years, and I would not be surprised to find out that he was maybe in on this, rigging this fight.
Wow.
In his contract, he does
Bomb dropped by Katie.
He does have a rematch clause, so he's automatically, when he loses a fight, he's automatically entitled to a rematch, which we're finding out will happen in November. I mean, the guy wasn't answering phone calls from the IRS last year. I'm thinking maybe he just needs some cash and this is the way to do it.
I don't answer those calls either. It comes up in the caller ID. I hit decline. But the key thing, too, for boxing fans is this decision and this loss by Pacquiao moves further away from the fight that lay fans want to see, and that's Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr., and now we're further away from that ever happening.
Right. Well, Vince, moving on to an NFL topic, we'll play good move, bad move here. Chad Ochocinco signing a one-year contract with the Miami Dolphins.
Third team in 3 years. I go bad move on this, Katie. There you see him dropping a pass, one of the few that was thrown to him in a New England Patriots uniform. All the reports that came out of New England, he wasn't hurt last year. He just couldn't get on the field because he wasn't effective enough. He didn't know the offense well enough. He was out of place. I just don't know if he fits in anywhere. And he's such a distraction. He is the ultimate look-at-me athlete. Now, he doesn't get in trouble with the law, but he is just a walking sideshow. I think this is a bad move for a Dolphins team that's trying to rebuild.
Well, my question marks kind of lie with that issue that he had last year of not knowing the offense. Well, it's June. He's missed the first of 8 OTAs with the Dolphins. So how he's going to get up to speed again on this offense is a question. However, I do think it's a good move for the Dolphins to sign him because who the hell else are they going to throw to?
Yeah, Devon Bess and Legadou Nane are their
Awesome.
starters, so maybe bring up a good point.
That. Good luck with that. Yeah. So the last topic of today, Vince, is a female fan's, shall we say, unique playoff beard that she managed to grow. I can't really look at this photo for more than a couple seconds at a time, but that is a picture of Luke Robitaille and the underarm area of a female fan. She just let her armpit hair grow out under the tattoo that she got of Robitaille. Attractive, not attractive?
Do I even have to answer that? I got 3 points on this. Don't ever get a tattoo on your armpit because it just sounds painful. Number 2, if you're going to get a tattoo, a face tattoo of somebody, make sure it looks like the person you're intending it to be. That looked nothing like Luke Robitaille. And third and final, and this is the most important takeaway from all of this, is fashion is cyclical. There are certain things that come into vogue and sometimes are popular and then they go away. Armpit hair on women, I don't care how French you are, it will never, ever be a good look. That's what I leave you with today.
Well, get on with your bad self, sister. I think it looks great on you, but it's time to shave, girl. Get rid of it.
Yeah, the playoffs are over.
Yeah, right. Vince, we are out of time. Thanks for joining us this week on The Better Half. He's Vince Marotta. I am Katie Hartley. You can follow him on Twitter at Vince Marotta, and you can follow me at FunKatie620. We'll see you next week for another webisode of The Better Half.